Hello everyone and welcome back. This is video number 45. In the last video, I added this notify when off argument to the initialize function of the alert mode object. And this will, if this is set to on, if it's set to true, it will send an email when the alert goes off. And so I added that there. Today I'm going to actually write the code for this. Yesterday I didn't get to actually implement it. And then here we set it as a instance variable. And then also I changed this set alert on and set alert off. I deleted them and I replaced it with just one single function that says set alert status. And then you pass in this status argument. It'll be either on or off. And so it's just, I combined two functions into one. And the result is just less code. And then here I just replaced it. Instead of set alert on, it's set alert status on. And then set alert off is now set alert status off. And then this was part of that new function I'm going to be doing today. When notify off, we want to do action off. And so this do action hasn't been written yet, so I'm going to do that in this code, in this video. And the do action is just basically right here. This little bit of code is going to be do action. And then here, just a typo, it should be the full name instead of the abbreviation. And then here is this new argument on the action method of the alert action class. This will be either on or off, telling this function which email to send. Is it an email to tell you that it's the status is on, or do you tell them that the status is off? And this will be something I implement today. So to start off, I'm going to do this thing here. So this is the code for do action. I'm just going to cut this. Just put that there and then define do actions. And we need verbose. And we need result. And then first on. I'm just finding all the variables that we need here. Okay, so this is what we need. And then also we need this as well. This first argument will be the status. And this will get passed into the action method. So result, metric, status, verbose. Result, metric, status, and then verbose. And then I'm just going to put this in the this per the statement. It'll say sending on email or sending off email. So that way we know which one it is. And then down here, this part's not going to get ran because we're testing, and we're gonna return up here. But this isn't getting ran because we're testing. But I want to have the title. It'll need to show if it's on or off. Actually, we'll do this. Also, I want to show the machine name. So metric dot tick machine. So it's going to say 22 alert on, and then the metric name on the machine name, because there might be multiple machines and we want to know which machine is in the alert state. And then here I'll just leave it there for now. I'll just do this. This metric has triggered an alert on or alert off, and then the result that actually triggered it one way or the other. And that looks correct. And then also in the last video, at the very end, I changed this set alert status. I combined the two, and then I did I tested the this back off, and it seemed like it wasn't working, but it actually was working, because after the video was over, I did more debugging, and I figured out that it was actually correct. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to add verbose to this function up here. I have to do it for each one. And then I'm going to put a debug statement. And I'm just going to subtract these two. Should be the other way around. No, let's make this a minus. And then this needs to be passed in. So where this gets called, you need to say verbose. And of course, verbose is just coming from up here. And this is getting called on the models, make tick. You say perform alert, and then verbose is passed in here. Actually, it's calling perform alerts, which then calls perform. So this right here is the metric.perform alert, which is right here. And then it gets verbose and it passes it through alert.perform. And then that's what's getting called here. So this verbose is just getting passed along to, multiple levels of function calls. So now I'm going to test this. First, I'm going to clear out the database. (146) alerts. Yeah. Delete the database. Then we'll try these ticks again. Oh, I think I spelled it wrong. To action, we want S, actions. And then also this needs to go here. This first on is not going to happen. Actually, I did it the wrong one, the wrong way. Yeah, this has to be first, and then first on do actions. Okay, that looks correct. But we want to test this now. Ticks until next action is 0. That's actually not right because this this should not happen on the first time. Yeah, should do it. So this should be true, and so it should this should happen without this needing to be called. So that's something wrong. Oh, I think I know why. Because the first time it crashed, it still went through. So I'm gonna try it again. This is the first one. Okay, good, that's correct. And the second one should say ticks until 0, that's correct. And it did the email. Okay, ticks until next is 1, and it did not do the email, that's correct. Okay, now text it's 0, so we did it. Now it should say 3, 2, 1. There it is, 0. And so now it's actually 8 until next, but then it'll show 7. Yeah, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then 0. And then it should say 15. Yeah, 15, 14, 13, 12. Okay, so that's working. And also this is showing the parentheses here, which is because we're not doing the that way we get the yeah, there it is, that's better. I'm going to go ahead and try this in Python 3. Just to make sure. It should work, but I'm just going to make sure of it. Yeah, looks like it's working. Yep. And also, I'm using the same database for Python 2 and Python 3. And they have different, it's like this 0D, CD, 9C, that's Python 3. And this one, ED23CC, that's Python 2. The result of this disassembler is different for Python 2 and Python 3. I'm not sure why, but that's just what it is. It's if you read the documentation, it tells you that this disassembler is not guaranteed to give you the same results across multiple versions of Python. So it's okay, I guess, for this purpose. No one's going to be running their project through both Python 2 and Python 3, so I think that's okay. What else? Trying to think what else I can do. I'm just going to pause the video. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is this offset is, I'm going to take this function out. I'm just going to say offset, and then already done. And so this function, I'm just going to define it. As a lambda. and this will be passed in through the, I'm going to just add an initialize up here, like this. And then I have to call super. Can never remember the syntax, so I just copy it. Okay, so this lets me pass in my own offset. So the advantage of that is up here for back off, I could just say equals, x, maybe x squared or something. I can set my own formula for doing back off. So I'm just going to test to see if that works. Delete all of these. Not sure what that is, why it's not letting me do that. Oh, I know why. Maybe not, I don't know. Well, this is it for this video. In the next video, I'll figure out why this is doing that. I think it might have something to do with somehow args and quargs. It's not, I'm not sure. I'll have to look up why it's doing that. So I'm going to commit this code. And I'll see you next video.